Queenslanders, we do things a bit different up here.
Yeah, I think about you all the time.
When the rest of the country curls up for winter, we're just firing up.
Something about the feeling.
This is our time to shine. When the best horses, jockeys and trainers chase the sun and the big prize money. The Queensland Oaks is where Winx won her first Group 1. Who'd have known what was to come?
And this is a monstrous win of the Oaks.
Welcome to Queensland.
It's a day for ladies in the middle of classic season, a derby 1 week. The Queensland Oaks, the next. The 3-year-old fillies do battle in our sole Group 1 today. Today is also the last opportunity to win your way into Queensland's great race next Saturday, the Stradbroke Handicap. Plus racing from Flemington, Royal Randwick and even Belmont in the Wild West. Hello and welcome to you at home and to Lizzie Jelks, who joins me in Queensland sunshine. A great day for racing up here.
It certainly is a great day for racing up here. It's beautiful sunshine. It is Ladies' Day and we've got a great menu in store for you as well. Not only have we got the Queensland Oaks, we've also got the Moreton Cup, the Queensland Day Stakes, the Spear Chief, the Show at Heart Stakes, the Lightning Stakes, the Bob Charlie down at Randwick. We're also taking in the Raconteer Stakes over at Belmont, which is going to be an interesting contest. And I love this race, the Magic Millions National Classic, $500,000 on offer over the mile.
In terms of the quality of the Oaks this year, I think we've got some very smart fillies contesting it. But in the past, there have been some greats who have won this race, including the likes of Triscay, Ethereal and Winx.
Yeah, they certainly have. And look at the lineup for this year's edition. Panova, she's already an Australasian Oaks winner as well. Chispa, she was hitting the line strongly out of that very, very strong form reference of Roses, and Parvenu as well alongside her. And Daniel Stackhouse touching on him. It could be his opportunity to get that elusive Group 1 on the board. Someone who knows all about Group 1s is this guy.
96 to his name, the great boss man, Glenn Boss. Never won a Queensland Oaks, won 5 elsewhere around the country, but the boss man will join us a little later in the day. We've also got another addition to our team today. He's out and about. There's Billy.
Go. Life is beautiful, and now Tempest Morn and El Tierro, and look at this, Ethereal from the tail of the field, by golly. Oh, Ethereal's come from nowhere. Here's Winx. She's winding up, and have a look at her go inside the 200 metres mark, and Winx has raced to the lead from Imperial Lass and Grateful Allen, and this is a monstrous win in the Oaks.
Particularly an iconic call of the Winx Queensland Oaks, but Ethereal, of course, she would win a Queensland Oaks for Sheila Laxon and go on to win a Cups double, Caulfield Cup into a Melbourne Cup.
Yeah, she was a super, super talented filly and then mare as well. And yeah, she took out not only the Queensland Oaks, but then she went and took out the Caulfield Cup and went on and took out the Melbourne Cup. So she goes down in history. She was Sheila Laxton's, of course, first Cups winner. She's now trained 2 alongside her partner, John, but she was the first female to train a Melbourne Cup winner, pipping off Gay Waterhouse.
Perfect record in the great 2-mile race as well. We get to see these colours once more this Saturday, with Chispa carrying the colours of Pencarrow Stud and Sir Peter Vella, who she was very good on this occasion at the Kenzo, but I thought she was even better in the Roses.
Yeah, it probably were, if James McDonald could have his time again, he would have ridden her differently. He elected to go to the outside instead of scooching up on the inside, and I think that was probably the telling tale in the concluding stages. I think he probably would have won the race if he had elected to go inside of horses, but she looks as though she's really, really well placed for a race like the Oaks, especially hitting the line strongly in the Roses.
A few jockeys competing who are yet to win at Group 1. Of course, Boris and Kenji are listed there, but it's Stacky who really craves it and probably deserves it the most.
They all deserve it, don't they? They work so incredibly hard, but Daniel Stackhouse has had a number of opportunities and hasn't been able to capitalise on those. Hopefully today is the day for him. And there is also some trainers as well who haven't been able to get that elusive Group 1 victory on their CV. Jack Bruce being one of them, Michael Hickmont, Kevy Kemp, the absolute house would come down if he gets the job done. And Mitchell and Desiree Kearney with She's a Diva, who has done a terrific job so far in her career. It is all about this trophy. The Queensland Oaks trying to win $700,000 in prize money, but also, Emma, that Group 1 black type victory for the fillies.
Oh, it is so important. And we've got a great edition for you in 2026 as we check in with Ali Mosley for the market.
Well, and Panova has been the favourite the whole way through, but he's just starting to get a touch soft late here. So has 35% of the overall money, but has been $3.30, now out to $4. Chispa is second best backed, albeit not near as much invested here, 15%, $7.50 into 7. Then we have Solid Gold, who's been a firm, $9.50 into $7.50. Parvenu, $8.50 into 8, so a slight trim up there, along with Soveratu, 13 into 9. Fireball Miss, 9 to 9.50. Grand Omaha is at 13, back to opening price. Poltro Miss then 15. 19 Silver Sister has remained relatively unchanged there after opening at 18. Single Red 21. And then 51 or more the rest, and all those at double figures are just getting longer and longer. They're all out the gate. Panova is your favourite, albeit just starting to get a touch soft late here, but is best backed. So all-important market mover coming up. What are you really gambling with? For free and confidential support, call the number on the screen or visit the website.
Thank you very much, Ali, as we take you into the yard for our Group 1 for the day. And here is Panova, Bossy. She's looking to become only the second filly to win a South Australian Oaks and a Queensland Oaks.
Yeah, I just love what she did down there in South Australia. She just built up her revs over the last half mile and was just running through the line. I just love to see that from young horses.
6 weeks in between runs, not a worry there?
I wouldn't worry about that.
All right, she's drawn soft. Ben Mellum taking the ride today. Single Red comes out of the roses, as half the field does. She's drawn wide, but you'd expect she either crosses and leads or they take a sit and try something new.
Yeah, look, it says in the form she had her chance, and probably deservedly so, but she does stay, and that's probably the biggest key with her. She ran third in the New Zealand Oaks, so that's good enough form. This is the interesting runner because she's on her way up. She's hitting a new point in her preparation where she's hitting a peak, and that's Fireball Miss. She was great last start.
Oh, that's what you want to see too. You want them to see him actually that run before, hit that peak, because you know they're going to hold it.
Paltrow Miss is one of the most lightly raced fillies in the field, the filly by Circus Maximus. So Craig Williams to take the ride today. He hasn't won a Queensland Oaks yet, comes out of the South Australian Oaks, and it was a bunched finish, which was interesting to take in when you're doing your form. What about this girl, Bossy? You've got an opinion of Silver Sister, the winner of the St Ledger.
Yeah, I think it'll run a bold race. It's going to, obviously the distance is not the problem, but getting on top of the ground is the real key.
She doesn't like heavy ground. She gets firmer footing today. The 6 Soveratu, well, she ran in an Adrian Knox, an ATC Oaks and a Roses as well. 2 years ago, we saw a big price winner in these very same colours win. And Soveratu will be looking to do the same with Ryan Maloney in the saddle.
Yeah, she's very talented. Another horse that's talented is Grand Omaha Roses, where she was able to run third behind Fireball Miss. I think the key with this girl is if she gets a nice run in transit, if she's able to glide across and sit not too far off the speed, that's going to be the biggest factor for her. Chispa, she's drawn awkwardly once again. I do believe she should have probably won last time out. If James had been able to have his time over again, he probably would have gone inside.
Oh, he would have, and it would have won. But I think what Jamie's going to have to do is just going to ride a patient race. Probably you want to get onto something's hindquarters at the 600 metre mark and then utilise that great turn of speed.
I agree with you. I think she's a great chance even with that sticky draw. So Solid Gold is the full sister to the ATC Derby winner in Major Beale. Was she ridden too close in a Roses, do you think? I mean, in a Derby, Bossy?
Yeah, I think so. She overdid it the first half a mile, and I thought she was a little bit weak late, so I'm kind of not know where she is, but she just impresses in the yard.
Yeah, would you utilise that gate?
I would hold my ground and probably ride her for third, fourth, fifth on the fence.
What about this girl? She was great last time out as well, coming through the Roses.
Gets the crossover noseband as well, which will just allow her to settle and just take her time a little bit.
Yeah, that's the form, isn't it, going into this race for mine?
Yeah, I agree with you there. And then Zulika here for Henry Dwyer, who's going to have a busy little time ahead of him. It's time for the Queensland Oaks, our Group 1 for this Saturday, over the 2,200 metres as fillies make their way to the 2,200 metre start. Let's check in with Ali Mosley for a market mover. That late money also important for a Queensland Oaks.
It certainly is, Em, and it is Solid Gold, $9.50 into $7.50.
Yeah, I'm keen on her chances. I think that she's drawn the inside. I think he's going to hold his position from that inside gate, Tommy Berry. I also think that this race is often, and we get your point of view, but I've often seen how this race can be a case of they go quite quickly to the first bend, and then they really slow it up, and it just enables those horses who are drawn softly to get that economical run in transit.
You're 100% right, Lizzie. Obviously, you only got a short run to that first turn, so that creates its own speed. Everyone's going to want to rush to get to a spot, and then they just back it off really quickly. It can actually get a bit messy at points, but with that low draw, you know she's got the talent, but I just don't know where she sits.
She still needs to stay.
She just needs to do it on the day.
Chris Waller with 3 runners. He's with Billy Bentley.
Chris, 3 nice fillies in the Oaks, but let's talk about Panova. Starting favourite, Ben Mellum on board. What can we expect?
Well, she won the South Australian Oaks in Adelaide last start. It's been a big trip back from Adelaide, but she's in great condition. She's a Group 1 winner, and we think she's a really talented filly.
Now let's talk about your wonderful mare, Jolie Star. Big trip for her this week. Has headed off to the UK, landing for Ascot.
Yeah, she has. It took about 35 hours door to door, so not first class like you, Billy, and not business class like me. But she was just standing up basically for that time. They stopped in India, they stopped in Amsterdam, Singapore, India, Amsterdam, and then arrived in the UK and had another 2 or 3 hours to get to Lambourne, where she's stable. But Lee Mills, who travelled with her, said that she really enjoyed the trip, was never agitated or uneasy, and so it's all about recovery now for the next 7 days. Just do very little work. We've done our work and make sure she's there in 2 weeks' time, ready to go.
Well, good luck today in the Oaks, and good luck for 2 weeks' time.
Thank you.
Good to catch up with the master trainer there in Chris Waller, and you think about his record in this great race, and it's pretty impeccable, flashing back to 2017 with Egg Tart, the Waller-McAvoy combination, and of course Chris has won 3 editions of this race, including the wonderful Winx.
Yeah, wasn't that just something to see what Winx did that day? You know, I just loved the way she went. Like, you know, we've seen some greatness that day. The way she just lowered her body and just stretched out. That trait she went through her whole career.
So does he win another with Chispa or Panova or with Soverato?
I'm with Chispa. I just love what I've seen the other day. She's a light race filly. Seems to be on the up. I'm not concerned about the draw. Jamie will give her a beautiful ride, and Jamie will go and create another piece of history.
All right, I'm with Solid Gold on top, but I respect Chispa and Panova as well, who should be hitting the line strongly. Cheering for Dan Stackhouse to get his first Group 1 victory after a number of opportunities to do so. Does it get into your head?
Not really.
What number Group 1 ride was it you when you first got your first Group 1?
Oh, I think it was only my second or third Group 1 race, actually. No, honestly, but yeah, it might be into his head, but he's a professional jockey. He's a great rider himself, so he knows his time will come.
I shouldn't have asked him that, should I?
Oh, man,
it was always going to be
look
one
at him,
or
he's
two.
like, look
even if
at
it
the
isn't 1 or 2, even if it wasn't 1 or 2, it was always going to be 1 or 2.
Special race this. It's provided some wonderful winners in the past. It's the Queensland Oaks for the 3-year-old fillies at Group 1 level. Here's the call. Race 8 here at Eagle Farm.
That will be the last one up. Coming up to barrier 18. Panova's the favourite for the Oaks. Started today as Chris Hurley as Panda Spectrum moves in. The light is switched on. They're ready. Racing. The big field thundered out of the gates, and Fringes was a little slowly away. It's a great charge for the early lead. There's Naughty 40 and Kenji Yoshida showing out first. Out wide, Poltro Miss and Grand Omaha showing speed. And Ryan Maloney has Soverado 4th away. Silver Sister in the leading division. So is Crathy, Kirk and Panda Spectrum. Solid Gold jumped nicely, settles about 7th or 8th on the rail. Followed then by Fireball Miss. Between runners, Panova, a bit better than centre field as they work up the side. She's a Divas over on the inside. Followed then by Parvenu. Zulika just ahead of it. And then came Tantania. Drifting a long way back was Chispa, but has got one off the rail, single red with it. Then Highgrove Rose and Fringes after the ordinary getaway. Settles last of the 18, 15 off the lead. Along the back straight, 1,500 left to run. Poltro Miss and Panda Spectrum, they are the joint leaders. Grand Omaha dropped into a Butte spot 3rd, outside of Naughty 44th on the rail. Followed then by Soverado, racing 1 off the fence, and Silver Sister, maybe 3 wide along the back straight. Solid Gold slipping up inside that pair, then another line of 3. Fireball Miss Miss 3 wide with cover, Crathy Kirk the centre, and nestled inside that pair was the long shot She's a Diva. Then another line of 3, Zuleika, Panova centred between runners, Tantania over on the inside of that pair, followed then by Parvenu, Highgrove Rose, Single Red third last, Fringes second last, and Chispa is last of all. The Oaksfield make their way down the side to approach the 800 metres, and Poltro Miss currently making every post a winning post, leading Panda Spectrum by 3/4 of a length. Grand Omaha sitting pretty in third, Naughty 44th, then Silver Sister, Solid Gold, trying to work away from the rail, Soverano, Fireball Miss, Single Red travelling up into the picture but wide, then She's a Diva, well back Crathy Kirk, Panova is trapped in traffic trying to thread the needle, Parvenu threading the needle as well, then Zuleika, Fringes, and Tantania went to the inside, fully homeward bound of the Oaks, and Poltro Miss sneaked away, had a bit of a margin, running on gamely as Fireball Miss hitting top gear, went to Poltro Miss and went by it, Panova gets out now and gives chase, but is it too late? Fireball Miss in front, 100 to go, has got the lead, Panova is trying hard, battling on Poltro Miss, it is Fireball Miss from the Oaks, Link Panova, Poltro Miss, Solid Gold fourth. Then came Highgrove Rose, Tartania, Soverano, Chispa, Grand Omaha, followed by Fringes, then Zuleika, Parvenu, Naughty 40, She's a Diva, Silver Sister, Crathy Kirk, Panda Spectrum, and Single Red is last in the Queensland Oaks.
Yeah, incredible finish in the concluding stages. Fireball Miss taking out the Group 1 Queensland Oaks. It was a perfect ride there from Declan Bates. You could see that Kirima had timed his run to perfection with this filly. He'd gone through her grades really nicely. She hit her peak form in the Roses, and now she's been able to get the job done in the Queensland Oaks. Another Group 1 for both of the combination.
Yeah. No, Declan Bates. Well, you see that display of turn of speed from her was there for everyone to see last start. And I know she had the perfect run, got up on the inside, but she still possesses that great turn of speed, and that's what won her the race.
It was a messy race, wasn't
Yes.
it? It was very, very much a case of a lot of horses who never got an opportunity because they went slowly. Brilliant ride from Craig Williams.
Yeah, he was. That was brilliant ride. Craig Williams at his best. He just slowed them right up. Crispa had no luck from where she was. She did her best, but there was interference in the straight. But it was never going to be able to win from that position with the pace of the race.
Well, there you have it. Fireball Miss taking out the Queensland Oaks. Panova finding the line strongly. Peltro Miss in for third, and Solid Gold stuck on nicely in for fourth spot. We have the post-race interview with Emma Freedman coming up in just a moment. We are heading down to Flemington. Of course, it is the Lexus Melbourne Cup Tour at the moment, and it has been all around the globe so far. Kyoto is heading to this week, and prior to that has been at Belmont, Quinny, as well. I'm sure you'd love to be part of this Melbourne Cup Tour, my friend. Amazing scenes. 64 Group 1 winners for Kirima. This is his second Queensland Oaks, and this is Declan Bates' sixth Group 1 winner as well. Talk us through this performance from Fireball Miss, because I tell you what, it was stop and start throughout the early part of this race.
Yeah, Lizzie, what it did, it fell into her wheelhouse, because when you go that slow, you've got to look for horses who have got a lethal turn of speed. It doesn't matter how far you're off the speed sometimes, but if you get the right run and you can produce at the right time, you know you're going to beat some of these, because a lot of them, when these 3-year-olds at this point of their preparation, some of them lose that turn of speed, which she hasn't. She still kept it, so that's what won her the race.
She covered a fair bit of ground as well, and she was able to be presented at the right time. What's that feeling like?
Oh, this is a wonderful feeling, you know, when you're going to go and win a Group 1 race. When you know that it's in the bag here, this is, you know, she put this race beyond doubt very quickly.
She certainly did. Let's head down to the winning trainer, Kirima.
Fireball Miss only becomes the fourth filly to win the Roses into a Queensland Oak. She was steaming to the line, and you're always confident that she'd get the 2200.
Yeah, she's just thrived up here in Queensland, and full credit to the Nathan Bennett and his team. They just keep finding these nice horses, and she's been staying with Tony Golan and Craig Kavanagh and all their team. They've done a wonderful...
He's just there.
Thank you. Thanks a lot, Craig.
And you know what? You've never seen another trainer cheer more for a Group 1 winner than Tony just did then, as he comes to congratulate you as well. A brotherhood forming here. Your brother is up here as well in Declan. I'm sure he might have had a hand in her winning today too.
Well, this one's been at Tony's, but the third horse, Peltro Miss, it's been at Dex, and they've done a fantastic job as well. So she was a huge, I think she ran third. Yeah, she did.
She was tough on speed.
Yeah, so she's now dual, she's ran third in 2 Group 1s her last 2 starts. So, yeah, I'm just wrapped. 2 fillies, Group 1s, that's what it's all about. So we knew this filly had it, and deck baits, cool, calm, collected ride, and pretty wrapped.
It's exciting to see what these fillies can do when they can get over 1.5 miles, possibly in time. You'll tip her out now, and then, wow, you've got some fun to maybe plan a big spring for her.
Yeah, she doesn't look like, she's probably robust enough to make that big step from a 3-year-old filly to a 4-year-old mare in the spring, maybe later in the year, but she's got that beautiful action. You can see she's going to develop into a lovely mare.
Congratulations on another Oaks victory.
Cheers, Em. Thank you.
Well done, mate. Congratulations, Deck, a 6th career Group 1 for you. Talk us through how it all unfolded, because she was the only one you wanted to be on the turn.
Yeah, I think on the turn that was true, but I wasn't super happy in the run. She began okay, but it was a little bit messy, and she actually didn't sort of relax as well as she normally does, which when you're stepping out to this trip for the first time, the main thing is to just switch off and run home. And to be honest, she never felt like she was fully switched off underneath me. But it didn't matter. She sort of come there very easy, just sort of built through her gears around the bend and put them away. So she's a nice filly with. She's very much on the up. She's clearly got a good engine.
Oh, absolutely, no doubting that. You know about fillies and mares, when they find form, they tend to keep it. She's been in form this preparation. When you jumped on her in the bracelet, what were your thoughts heading to a Queensland Oaks in 2 starts' time?
Oh, I couldn't wait to get back here today, to get back on board. I was very lucky to land on her on the Gold Coast when I first sat on her, and that day she hit the line really well, so I was doing my best to stay on her, and now she's done them proud.
What about the tempo mid-race? I mean, we saw you running in 3 wide lines, and it looked like it was really compacted up. Was the tempo to your liking?
Not like I won the race, so I can't complain, but as I said, I didn't actually relax as well as I would have liked, but a lot of time the 3 wide line is the best place to be in those races, because it tends to just flow a bit. It flows a little bit smoother, and that was probably actually key today. I think if I had been bottled up inside, she might have done a bit wrong, and it might have come undone, but as I said, she was simply too good, really.
Plenty of your Group 1 successes come with that main man and Kieran Maher, and he was delighted with the ride as well.
Yeah, well, yeah, no, what can you say about him? As I said, he's the master. And I love when I come to ride one on a big day, and you walk out, and sometimes he just has that twinkle in his eye, and he smiles at you, and you just know this horse is on today. And when I walked out today, he had that grin and the twinkle in his eye, and you just get confidence off that, and I think you ride accordingly after that. So it's amazing to be part of.
Well done, a first Queensland Oaks for you.
Thank you.
Good job.
This Sunday, the Swan Hill Carnival draws to a close with the running of the Swan Hill Cup, plus the Apsley Cup from Edenhope. It's a huge Sunday of Country Cup song racing.
Bossy, of course, will join us for Stratty Day. That could have been a headline moment of the day, Bossy pouring that down his throat. But instead, our headline moments of the day. At Eagle Farm, it has to be the Group 1 winning team of Maher and Bates. Group 1 glory with fire, Miss Bible.
It was a great performance, wasn't it? And of course, Declan Bates has had such a good day out this afternoon, along with Kieran Maher taking out his 2nd Queensland Oaks. And look at that happy performers. Happy owners, I should say, of the performance of their mighty filly. And this was a great performance. A horse that's got a lot of raw, natural ability, ice cool. He gets the job done, but there's a lot to work with there, Em.
He's the one on the up. They've just got to figure a few things out with him, but he's got plenty of talent. He won by a pretty margin in the end. Eased down to the line by Jay Ford. And our headline from Flemington had to be that of young James Johnston, an apprentice who had a disaster earlier in the day with the slipping of a saddle that nearly rendered him riderless, but then he's had a double, including a dead heat.
Yeah, that's right. He rode his first Flemington winner this afternoon, and then he rode his first Flemington double this afternoon. So he's ticked off a few off his list. And a jockey like this, who we know we put a lot of pressure on him for his first book of rides, which was at Caulfield. He was able to ride his first Metropolitan winner, and then he's continued on with it. So that's usually a good indication that they have got lots of natural talent. He gets the job done, and he's great under pressure.
Of course, he's on loan at the moment to Kieran Maher. Speaking of Kieran Maher, let's get into our 7 racing medal votes. And 3 votes do go to Kieran Maher. Of course, a Group 1 winner today, but also 5 winners across the Metro tracks.
Yep, he's firing on all cylinders this afternoon. And Declan Bates, that was a great ride from him. Rachel King, she's ridden a treble this afternoon, and she's put up some beautiful performances earlier on, most notably the ride of the day with
handicap. Queensland's great race over the 1400 metres and the JJ final Group 1 for the juveniles.
Yes, we certainly do. It's Queensland's great race, the Stradbroke handicap, and of course the JJ Atkins is going to be fascinating to see what plays out. And of course on Monday we've got this fantastic game upon us.
Yeah, Collingwood taking on the might of Melbourne, and the big freeze, so the big sliding at the G for MND. And then Tuesday the 16th, get your tops and tails ready. We have Royal Ascot for you on the screens of 7. Of course, the might of Overpass and Jolly Star doing battle with some of the world's best over the sprint races on the Tuesday.